What's up, guys? Yougn Bucks Old Goats, episode 47. I'm the GOAT, and I'm going to bring on Hialeah Comic Bro. He's from Hialeah. He likes comics. He's a bro. He's here. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, Randy, man? What's going on?
So, dude, I got my Heat jersey back there. I had another one here. I was so fired up, and then we kind of laid an egg tonight. You know, what are you going to do? That happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, dude, you can't win them all, man. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching on the ESPN app here on the side, which is a little bit behind live. I don't know if are you watching it still right now?
No, I'm not watching it at the moment.
Yeah, there's 7 minutes left, and we're down. I mean, we're almost down 20, dude. So they did a little run. They did a couple little runs, but you know, you can't do that all the time, man.
They had it down to like what, 11?
Cheers.
They had it down to like 11, and that pretty much it fizzled out after that.
They got it up until like 9 at one
point.
It was
9,
yeah. At in the third quarter, but dude, you can't do that every game. They've been like playing with fire every game. So
what do you think about, what is it, 4 days off now until Wednesday night? Why such a gap like that?
I was thinking the same thing, dude. I was like, why? So you got tomorrow. Do the Lakers play tomorrow?
I would imagine they do. I haven't looked at their schedule, but who do you think that favors? The Heat or or anyone? Does it favor anybody really?
I don't know.
Say, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that gives anybody a distinct advantage or not.
If anything, I would think it's an advantage for Boston. Just get Gordon Hayward even more rest after tonight. You know, if anything, that's the only thing I can think of that it might be as an advantage is to that.
Yeah, they're down by 17 right now with about 6.5 left. Yeah, he played a lot of minutes too.
Yeah, he did. I was surprised, dude. He's gonna be gassed. He's gonna be gassed, dude. Tomorrow he's gonna be a wreck, bro. You cannot simulate the game day speed.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk a little more Heat, and then just to give like a little schedule for everybody, and then we're gonna get into some football. We're gonna review our picks from last week. We're gonna make some picks for this week. We'll probably talk a little bit of fantasy, and then whatever pops up. A little bit more on the Heat, even though they're losing tonight. I started to think about them the other day because since we did the show, they had the first 2 games, and let's not get down on them. They had 2 amazing games, and I was starting to think, why is this team good? Why has this team been so good? And then I started to think about some of those. I usually hate boring teams that don't have a superstar. But a lot of them are good. I know you've mentioned the Spurs in other episodes that we've done. And I always say boring, but they have 5 championships.
That's exactly right, and there's no ego on this team, dude. They're just like, even with Butler. Yeah, you could say he's their leader, but even him, it doesn't seem like he has too much of an ego with them, dude. They gel. They all gel together.
Yeah, and it could be anybody in any given moment. It doesn't have to be through him. It could be anybody else. Goran stepping up, or Hero, or any of the other guys. It's not like they're showing LeBron. Yeah,
it's like on what was it, Thursday's game? What did he end up with? 14 points, or he had a very low, but his plays were impactful, man, and I think he's fine with it, dude. I think he's fine with it. The ego's not there, man. I'm not getting mine shit. You don't see it with them. You just don't.
Yeah, he wants to win. Yeah. That's for sure. What else did I have on the basketball? Did you watch that Laker game?
No, not at all, dude. I was doing an auction on Comic Head 84's channel. We were selling books, so I actually looked at the stats today, but It wasn't even close, huh?
No, they pretty much won it handily. How did that go, by the way? The auction.
It was all right, man. We went for like 5 hours. I sold a few lots, but I thought I was gonna do a lot better. But I guess it's just the way. It's just the people that show up. You don't know what they're gonna want.
Wow, 5 hours, dude. That's a marathon, bro.
Yeah, dude. I think we went from 8 to 1, and then we stayed backstage just talking crap. And yeah, dude, it was a long night. It was a long night, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
What's up to Edwin in the chat and Hialeah? We have a fantasy question right off the bat here from, man, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I will not even going to try. JXN Glees. Should I trade Nick Chubb for Devontae Adams?
It depends who you have. Number one, if you're straight up like that, I would say yeah. But it depends on what you're strong at on your team. But yeah, I like that, man, because Nick Chubb, he's doing good. But if they get in a shootout, it's gonna be freaking Hunt. It's gonna be Hunt, man, and Devontae's gonna be on the field. So straight up, I will go Devontae, but it depends on your team. It depends on your team.
Yeah, we need a little more context there to really give you a good answer on that one. But I mean, if you put a gun to my head and you ask me to pick, I'd rather if I'm drafting, I think I'll draft Devontae Adams first before Chubb. But yeah, I don't know. Do you got good backup running backs? Do you have other good receivers? Obviously, you must have a need at receiver if you're considering this. So,
dude, just going by his week 1, dude, he blew up. He had what, 150 something. He was what I believe he was the second running back next to Hopkins last week. He was up there, dude. I know Julio Jones got like 150 something, but he didn't catch a touchdown. I think Devontae had 2. I might be mistaken. He might have only been 1. No, I think he did have 2, man. I think he was the top receiver. Him and Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah. I can look it up real quick. Let's see here. So they gave the MVP to he won it. Giannis from the Bucks. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I did. What do you think? You don't think he deserved it?
Dude, I'll confess that I was not like super into basketball the whole season.
Right.
But I don't have a problem with it based on like the stats and stuff that I looked at. You know who did have a problem with it though, right?
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah. I saw that. Dude, come on, dude. You can't win them all, man. The kid had a freaking fabulous. I would be pissed off at those going back a couple of years. The ones he didn't win back then when he was really dominating. Don't get. I think it's wishy-washy, bro. Nobody's calling him bad.
There's Devontae Adams. Can you see him?
I can see it. It's just hard to. Oh yeah, he had one. Oh, he had the 2 touchdowns. Yeah, so he probably had the better week.
44 points. That's got to be.
Yeah, he blew up, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about his touchdowns. I thought he had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did have 2.
And Hopkins had 1, but Hopkins had 14 receptions, bro. Freaking crazy. And
Chubb had a good game too.
He did. Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night. Week 1, not so good.
No, he got the whole team. But look at what did Chubb have in the first game?
Just 5 points, 10 carries for 60 yards.
Hunt had 13 points right in there in the first week, and that's with them getting blown out. He still, because he catches out of the backfield. I believe he had 13 points, and last night he had like 24. It's a little bit more consistency just because of the catching.
Yeah, 12 and 24.
Yeah. And if they get behind, it's going to be Hunt, dude.
For sure.
They're going to feed them both.
Yeah. So, okay, he's giving us a little more information here. My running back are Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Flex, Chubb, bench, Dobbins. I mean, you got some good, pretty good running backs, dude.
Dude, make that trade.
Yeah.
That you're solid at running back, dude. Without Chubb, you still got. Dobbs is going to be tough to pick his weeks but you got just put Drake in the flex. I think you're fine, man. You're
Yeah.
solid. Marlon
Who's your receivers, dude? That'll here you go. Tyreek Hill, Juju. Jesus, dude. Who's in your league that's letting you draft these people?
Dude,
How do you have
he's stacked, dude. I still make that trade though. I would make that trade. Hell yeah.
who you benching to play Devontae when you get him? I guess you're playing him in the flex.
Yeah, you could play. Dude, I would make that trade because you got flexibility. You could either have Drake or Juju in the flex. Start Devontae and Tyreek Hill. Oh, dude, that's a great problem to have, man. Good for you.
Yeah, sounds like either way you're doing pretty good there, dude.
You're solid.
Yeah, I got another one here. Trade Hilton and Coleman for Moss and Ronald Jones, and start Ronald Jones at flex this week.
Who's Coleman? I can't place him.
This is like a this is like a 3-part question.
Yeah. Trade Hilton and Coleman for Moss and Ronald Jones, and start Ronald Jones at flex this week. They got a good game. They're playing the Panthers, man, and freaking Jacobs tore them up, bro.
He's talking about Tevin Coleman, running back for
the Niners. Yeah, for the Niners.
Yeah, which didn't do much in week
Zach
1.
Moss. Yeah, Zach Moss and Ronald Jones, and start Ronald Jones. Dude, I think it's an even trade, in my opinion. Depending on who you have, I don't think that's a bad trade. Depending on you, Hilton, dude. Paris Campbell was the leading receiver. Does it? I don't know. I'm not sold on Hilton. I'm not sold on Phillip Rivers as his quarterback.
No.
So I'm good with that trade, depending on what your other receivers are. But I think Zach Moss is going to be goal line. Ronald Jones, he's iffy, man, the rest of the year. But this week I think it's great.
Yeah. Depending on who you have, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound,
doesn't sound like a bad trade either way. Either way, I think it's a fair trade.
Yeah. Hey, getting back to the LeBron thing real quick. I thought that was kind of lame, dude. Just play. Why go out and have a press conference complaining about that? Show. Maybe after the season you say that, when you win the championship. I had a little extra motivation, and that's I'm the MVP of the finals. Even, I don't know.
It's petty, right? It's petty. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, dude.
It's like I'm always making fun of millennials. It's like some millennial shit, dude. It's like, come on, bro, suck it up. You didn't win. You're still the best player, probably. Not probably, for sure. Whatever.
You can't take nothing away from Giannis. He had a great year. He deserves it. He's more than deserving.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, if you're watching on live or on the replay, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you did, thank you. And dude, I got a shitload of notes. Let me just real quick review last week's picks. What we did. I'm not gonna go game by game, but
take off his comment. Take off the comment.
Yeah, thank you. So, dude, if you would have gambled with your picks, not that I recommend that to anybody.
I'm not a gambler. I'm not. No,
dude. But
I learned my lesson a long time ago.
We did, yeah, me too. We did this on the fly. We didn't even study or whatever. We just pulled it up, and it kind of ended up happening. We didn't say, "Hey, man, we're gonna make picks." Exactly. It just happened. But if you would have placed a fictional $100 bet with all your games, you would have won about $660.
Nice.
You were 11-4.
Nice.
I was 8-5. No, sorry, 9-5. I picked one less game than you because I had to go to the bathroom or something where you were doing the Raider game, and I didn't pick that one.
Oh, okay.
And the bum who was with us at the end, he was 3-0. He just picked 3 games.
Nice.
Yeah, so pretty good on the pick. So
that was fun, man.
I want to do it again, and then we're gonna do it again now in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I would like to get some people on with us or to submit picks to compete with us, just to see.
All right.
Who who can pick more games for entertainment only. Let me see. I wanted to look at some of our a little bit of our fantasy advice. A point of contention for your team was McLaurin and Marvin Jones. That ended up being almost like a push. I think there was like a minimal 2-point difference.
Yeah, it was nothing on my team, but I ended up losing. That's my main league, man. I ended up losing by 2 point something points. That was heartbreaking. And you know what? It was my fault, dude. It was just my fault. And I expected more from a couple of guys, and that hurt me. But I blew up on my other 3 leagues. I freaking destroyed everybody. So,
by the way, there's only a minute left, but they closed the gap to 8 points.
Oh boy!
Not that they're gonna do anything, but they fought back.
How many minutes are left?
Just a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. 8 points is tough in a minute.
Hey, Reggie Miller did it once, like in 8 seconds, right? Remember that?
Yeah. That was crazy, but that was a once in a lifetime kind of thing, dude. That might never happen again.
That was amazing. Was that against the Knicks?
I believe so.
Now they're down by 12. All right, this is
what about the Canes? The Canes were up 37-20 or something like that against Louisville. I didn't even know Louisville was ranked.
I did not watch any of that, dude.
They came out strong, dude. A lot of big plays, so that quarterback looks good.
I'm trying to get an updated score here while we're at it. All right. So I think the picks were better than some of our fantasy advice, to be honest. But that's all right.
Hey, dude, it's all an educated guess. That's pretty much it, and then it turns out another way, and that's all right. That's why it's fun.
What we fucking nailed, dude, fucking nailed it. Everybody, me, you, and the bum, was the Tom Brady analysis for sure.
Yeah,
we all kind of, in a way, said what happened, which there was an adjustment period. He looked a little bit out of sorts at times. He threw a beautiful pick 6 that brought joy to my heart when I saw it. And he looked like he was gonna cry for a second there.
Dude, your love's not gonna change any. It's not gonna be any less now that he's not in New England, huh?
Oh no, dude, I don't like that guy, man. There's too much hate there. Yeah,
that's hilarious, dude.
And then I'm sure you heard about Arians, right? Like it's been in the press. Yeah. I don't know if it's just a story.
Ridiculous, right? That's like a non-story, right? It's like they're trying to make something out of nothing. Just, dude, it's week 1 and they're already. I think it's the media trying to start something. I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Let me pull up the schedule. You want to go ahead and jump into these picks?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm ready, and we could touch on the fantasy.
As we go, yeah.
Right, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have the screen open. If there's anything I need to do over there, just let me know. All right, are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so first game. I guess we should talk about this game quickly before we get into the picks, which we briefly did. Bengals-Browns. Did you catch that game?
Yeah. I saw it.
Well, what'd you think?
Bro, I think Barrow, I think he's good, bro. For a rookie, he's very impressive. That kid has moxie, bro. He doesn't give up, dude. I think Cincinnati has a quarterback now. It's a matter of keeping him upright and not getting him shell shocked. They got a block for him, but I like him. And Cleveland just came out of the funk. I don't think they were as bad as they were in week 1. I didn't think they were going to be that bad, but I guess Baltimore is maybe. We'll see tomorrow if Baltimore is that good. But yeah, man, I thought Cleveland had a nice bounce back. They needed that, but Barrow's the one that freaking impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah, and before the game, people were calling for Mayfield's head. People were calling to trade Odell Beckham, and they connected on at least one nice touchdown that I saw. Let me ask you this real quick: if you had to make a choice and you're the Browns GM, and you got to trade one of those guys, who would you trade? You're trading Mayfield or Beckham?
Damn. All right, I'll put it to this way. Instead of that, let's say the Browns suck this year and they got like one of the high picks, so they pick another quarterback to replace Mayfield. Do you spend another high pick, or you just give up on Mayfield?
If he has,
if you got the kid from Clemson and you're able to get him,
dude, if I have a chance to get that guy, I'm getting him. If Mayfield has a similar year to what he had last year, yeah, for sure. That's it. Failed experiment, But he has a whole season to prove me wrong still,
right.
But I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far, even though, he had a bounce back. Yes.
I think I trade Mayfield too. I keep Beckham.
Beckham, I think, is way more special, dude. And
yeah, I totally agree with that.
How does anybody not find a way to get that guy more involved, dude? Like just screen passes, end around, freaking put him to return punts if you have to. Like that guy's got to be touching the ball a lot, dude. If he's not touching the ball a lot, you're failing, man.
Bro, his body control and his stop and go is fucking crazy, dude. He gets in and out of his cuts. He's special, man. And I think he might be maturing a little bit. I haven't heard too much of him going off in the media or anything, so who knows if he's maturing. But yeah, I will keep Beckham. Definitely.
Yeah, he's got to do a little less talking and a little more. Yeah. I don't know how delayed my thing is. They're down by 7 now with like almost a minute. So, but I don't know.
They're not giving up, dude.
No. All right, dude. Let's get into these picks. So, first game, we'll just take that first game up top there. Jaguars, Titans. Of course, the Jaguars kind of did that upset. They fucked up your lock of the week last week.
Lock of the week, yeah.
Yeah, beating the Colts, and then the Titans had that Monday night. They squeaked by on Monday night. Right here, the Titans are minus 7.5. So it is at Tennessee. I'll go ahead and pick first. I'm going to take the Jaguars and the points. I think they will keep it within 7.5 points. But I think the Titans will probably win. They just don't cover. I'll take the Jag and the points. Gardner Minshew was freaking phenomenal, dude. Week 1, 19 of 20, I think, or something like that. Yeah. Ridiculous. Like nobody's ever done that in their debut game.
Crazy number.
Forever. Yeah. So
I agree with you. I'm taking the Jags too, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won. Cover and win. Tennessee really didn't show me nothing. Who was it that they played? Was it the Chargers?
Or
the Bengals. It was the Bengals.
No. Was Broncos.
The Broncos. That's who they beat.
Which was my lock of the week, but it ended up being kind of like a really tight game.
I wasn't so impressed with Tennessee's offense.
No, but dude, no preseason, like we don't know yet, dude. Even though I thought the games, some people said they were sloppy. I thought they were pretty crisp considering, nobody had, preseason games or anything like that.
I thought so too. All the games, you're saying all the games were pretty crisp, right?
Yeah, in general, I thought they were pretty good.
I agree. I'm taking the Jags. I'm going to take the Jags with the points, and I'm going to pick the Jags to win, man. I don't. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose, man.
Yep. All right. Cool. Let's. I'll let you take this one first. We got the Panthers at the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are minus 8.5. So they're 8.5 point favorites here. This is again at the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna pick the Bucs to win, but they are not gonna cover those points. That's a lot of points, and I don't think they're there yet. If anything, by week 1, what I saw in week 1, but I think Carolina's bad too. Their defense is not good. But yeah, Tampa, I can't give freaking 8.5 points or 9, whatever it says there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said 8.5 because I got something printed out.
Okay.
That has, I guess, a little bit different, but yeah, 8.5 or 9. I got the same exact note here, man. I think the Bucs are winning a close one, but I take the Cardinals, Carolina, and the points.
That's a lot of respect that Tampa's getting, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's hype, dude.
High line.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it from Brady and the Buccaneers first, before I jump on that bandwagon.
What is it? Godwin's out. I think Godwin's out. Mike Evans still has that problem with. Yeah, they're
it's not a sure thing. Gronk didn't look great. Gronk, I think, had like a couple catches, maybe.
It's OJ. It looked like it was OJ Howard, the tight end. He might be just a blocking tight end this year, man.
All right, let's move on then. Anything else on this game before we move on?
Nope.
All right. Broncos, Steelers, and the Steelers, they got them 6.5 there. I got them 7.5 on the official card we're using here, 7.5. Steelers at home. I saw some good things from them Monday night. Roethlisberger was the main thing, that I wasn't sure about. He looked pretty good. So as he goes, they go. I'll take them to cover that over the Broncos, even though it's kind of high. But I will.
Dude, I think they lost. I don't think Connor's playing, but they got that Benny Snell, and he had over 100 yards. Denver's defense, they just lost Von Miller. They're not the same defense. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh as well and to cover. Pittsburgh's D's for real though, man. Damn.
Yep. Dude, they harassed Daniel Jones.
Dude, you think that's the best organization in football? Consistent wise, Pittsburgh's consistent, dude. They've been consistent since the 70s.
Okay, if we're gonna take it back to the 70s, yeah, obviously. The last 20 years, I hate to even fucking say it, but
they're always there though, man. They have like a down year here and there, but they're consistent.
Yeah, but the Patriots over the last 20 years.
No, of course. But Steelers, dude. How many? Dude, they're up there. It's them, the Patriots.
Well, yeah. If you just look at Super Bowls, they're there, and they've had them through longer time. My beef with the Steelers. I've said it before, I'll say it again, is in the last 20 years, they've been atrocious against the Patriots. So, like, this whole Patriots thing that's happened the last 20 years, they should have done something, man. They're the second best team, probably during that span. And they just, dude, they're like 4-15 or 4-16 or some crazy shit like that against the Patriots. Maybe that'll change now that Tom's gone, but.
They're still a great organization, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
this next game is tough.
Who do we got here? We're so far we're in agreement on everything.
Yep.
Rams and Eagles. I'll let you go first.
This game is tough.
It's just I got it at 1 point.
They got the Rams favored by 1.5 there.
Actually, my thing has the Eagles -1.
-1.
Yeah, so the Eagles are favored by 1 on my sheet here.
Dude, I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going the Rams to win outright. The Eagles, I think Washington's defense is going to be on fire. They got like 5 number 1 picks on that line alone.
But Washington's not playing in this game.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but I mean what they did to the Eagles last week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
The Eagles look bad. I think they're getting Miles Sanders back. I'm still going with the Rams. I think Goff is going to open it up and they're going to be throwing it around a little bit more. So I'm going Rams.
Okay. Yeah, too many question marks right now on Philadelphia for me. And I liked what I saw from the Rams. And those uniforms, I don't know if you saw them, they looked a little bit better, but they should just go back to that classic throwback blue and bright yellow that they had when they were in Los Angeles back in the day. I don't know why they don't just do it. But I'm in agreement with you there. So far, we're in total agreement.
Dude, I think we are going to be, which is going to be kind of bad but some of these games, I don't see them going any other way. This next game is one of them. Go ahead. You hit this game.
Yeah. We'll just alternate going first. That way it doesn't sound like we're just copying each other, even though so far we have been. I'm trying to find my notes. All right, so Niners at the Jets. That line is the same. So the Niners are favored by 7. The Jets, they look like a hot mess, like always. So Le'Veon Bell's out, right?
Le'Veon Bell's out. Jamison Crowder's out.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that one.
He's out.
Adam Gase sucks.
Fuck.
This is easy, man. This is easy, dude. Lock of the week. I'm gonna put my little lock of the week on this one. That is the Niners all the way.
Dude, how bad could the Jets be, dude? They're pathetic.
They could get bad.
Think about it. San Francisco's coming in at Kittles is out for them. They got probably no receivers to throw it to, but their running attack is fucking solid. Their defense is solid. I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. I wasn't impressed with Garoppolo on Sunday. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say the 49ers, but I think the Jets might cover, man. This game's gonna be. It could go swing all the way 49ers and they destroy them, or it could be just an ugly game, man. I'm gonna say the Jets cover the spread.
All right, you're right. They are without Debo, Samuel,
Kittle.
Kittle, Ayuk. I'm not sure of his status. He didn't play. Let me see real quick here if I can get his status. But I mean, my pick's in, dude. I'm thinking regardless.
I think the Niners win, but I think the Jets cover.
He missed last game with a hamstring. Hamstrings, they hope to get him back.
I think they got the guy they're one of the receivers, I think, is Kevin Bourne or something like that, which they're hurting, man. Ooh, what about this one, Randy?
All right. Whose turn is it? It's your turn.
It's mine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bills to win, and the Dolphins to cover. I think it's gonna be a close game.
So you're taking Miami on the points.
On the points.
All right.
But I think the Bills will squeak it out.
Yeah.
They're good, man.
Yeah, that Bills defense is pretty damn good. That quarterback is the kind of quarterback that will give the Dolphins fits like Cam Newton did. I could see another multiple pick game here for Fitz. Doesn't sound like I'm a Dolphin fan, but I'm a realistic one. I think, damn, this could get ugly, dude, and I think the Bills will cover the game. Hope I'm dead wrong. But, my money would be with the Bills, my heart with the Dolphins.
Cool.
Hopefully I'm wrong. We'll see, but that sounds like the kind of team that right now is going to give them a hard fucking time.
The thing about that game, it's kind of like the Patriots game. Dude, the Dolphins corners are really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffalo's team is set up to kind of like the Patriots with the running quarterback, like you said. So, yeah, it can be. But I got to think to myself that the Dolphins have to make adjustments, man.
Yeah. That's what they pay him for, the coach. Yeah. So let's see. But, by the way, it's a final. They lost 117-106, so they lost by 11. So that's that. Now we have a series on our hands.
Yeah.
Back again Wednesday. All right. Vikings at Colts is the next game. I'm up first on this one. So the Colts -3. Dude, Rivers was looking like an old pick-prone QB, which at least before he was a young pick-prone QB. Do you realize that he's only had 2 seasons out of, like, I don't know, he's been around a long time. Only 2 times has he thrown less than 10 interceptions in a season.
Wow.
I would have thought more, because he's consistently been like a top 10 quarterback throughout his career. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely. Is he
Yeah.
Hall of Fame? Is he Hall of Fame?
Dude, he's like a Dan Fouts kind of guy, but without the playoff.
No
Well,
playoffs, right?
he's very similar to Dan Fouts, right? Wouldn't you
Totally.
say?
Yeah, totally. Um, he early in his career they were stacked, bro, and they had Tomlinson and they had those freaking teams, and they always would fizzle, but they were stacked.
Gates.
Gates.
Tomlinson is amazing, dude. He's to me, one of like the premier running backs ever, dude.
All
Just
time.
based on he could do everything, dude. Catch, run, even throw, dude. He even threw some nice touchdown passes in career. That guy was total package. But getting back to the game, I don't know how long before we get Brissett under center. They still have Brissett, right? He's waiting in the wings.
Jacoby, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the Vikings and the points on this one.
Dude, we can't agree on all. I do too, man. I'm taking it. They're both 0-1. It is at the Colts, but in these days, how can that be a home field advantage?
Yeah.
It's almost every place is a neutral field. I'm going the Vikings to win outright, get the points, everything.
All right. Yeah, we've only disagreed on two, on the Dolphins and the Niners Jets.
Okay.
All right. So you're up now. We have the Lions at the Green Bay Packers divisional game. What are you thinking on this one?
Bro, Green Bay, Mr. Rogers is a bad man, dude. They exploded on Minnesota. Gave up a lot of points, but of course it was garbage points. They gave up some touchdowns to Thielen. Detroit lost that game they should have won. Did you see that when the kid dropped it? Oh my goodness, dude.
Dude, while we're on this game, that reminded me. I had a little segment that I wanted to do, and I didn't even prepare you for it, so I can go first. I was gonna say, give me your GOAT of the week, and that would be like a goat, like the animal. You remember back in the day we used to goat. When I was young, GOAT was not greatest of all time.
Right.
GOAT was like Bill Buckner. The ball went through his legs, or who's the guy who ran the pick the wrong way for the Vikings?
Jim Marshall.
Yes. So that was a GOAT back in the day, right? Like you messed up, you fucked up the game. So give me your GOAT of the week, and then your GOAT of the week as in greatest all time. For me, they both are playing in this game. The GOAT as in greatest of all time last week for me was Rodgers, dude. Not only did the Packers, not feel great about him drafting Love in the first round, fantasy football players worldwide, we talked about it, let him drop to like 9th, 10th, and further. So and then what does he do? He started slow, but he tears it up. So, dude, props to him. I'm not a big Packer or Rodgers fan, but you got to give credit where credit's due. He made some amazing throws. And then on the other side, the Lions, the GOAT of the week, the Bill Buckner type of GOAT, you named it. DeAndre Swift, looking more like Taylor Swift out there, dropping the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown pass. But that's total Detroit Lion move, right? That's terrible, dude. Who would you say is your GOATs and GOAT of the week?
All right, off the top of my head, I gotta go with Swift as well, dude. That I was watching the game. I was watching the red zone with my daughter. Was just on the couch. She was on her phone, and when that play happened, she was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Because it was perfect in between three Lions. Dropped it right there, and he just turned around. Oh, dude, heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
Nobody talked to that. Probably nobody's talked to that kid all week, man. That was pitiful. That hurt. So he's definitely mine. And as far as of the week, man, that's a good one.
Best performance. Best.
Aaron Rodgers was. You know what? I'm gonna go with DeAndre Hopkins at Arizona. He looked like the way he looked better than he ever did at Houston. He was open on so many plays, and the thing is, they were targeting him, but at the same time, they weren't. Man, it just seemed like that's where it flowed, and Murray was just finding him, and That one touchdown, he was like wide open, and he just turned on the Jets. I'm gonna go with Hopkins, man. I'm super impressed with that team.
Yeah, can't go wrong there. All right, that just reminded me. I had to jump in there. So, getting back to the pick, Packers are favored by 6.5 on my sheet here. What are you doing?
Damn, dude. It's a conference game. The Pack will be 2-0 against their division if they win this game. They gotta come out strong. Detroit had that beautiful lead, and it's just withered to Chicago and Trubisky of all people. They just let it go.
What's Rodgers gonna do to him, dude? If Trubisky did that to them,
Exactly.
albeit they had injuries, which I don't know if they're still
in their backfield, right? In the
defensive backfield.
Yeah, defensive backfield. I'm going Green Bay, and I think they'll cover.
Yeah, I mean, we're in unison again there. Did you hear Patricia's comments after the game?
No.
That guy's an idiot, dude. They asked him, some reporter asked him, because he is, I have the notes somewhere, he's like 9 and 20 something, 9-23-1. Yeah. So he has even a pathetic tie. 9-23-1, 11 blown fourth quarter leads. So a third of the games that he's been there, he's blown the lead in the fourth quarter.
So they're competitive. They're competitive.
They're competitive, but they blow a lot of leads. And somebody asked him, they said, is there something in the way that you coach or something that's going on that's preventing you from winning the games? I'm paraphrasing the question. Or is there something that you're doing that's making this happen? And he snapped and he goes, no, I have one of the greatest fourth quarter plays in the history of the NFL.
What?
He's going back to his Patriot days for the Super Bowl when they got that interception with Butler.
Are you serious? That's what he went back to?
When I first heard it, I was like, what fourth quarter play is he talking about?
Exactly.
And then I kind of figured it out that he was talking about that play. So, dude, how pathetic is that? You have to go back 5 years to talk about a play that you did? That's my dog. I thought that was pathetic, dude. Like, when that's your leader, dude, I can see why a lot of the other stuff.
He seems like he's pompous, bro.
Right? Yeah, remember that issue with the cornerback that was ridiculous too. That posted a picture of a receiver, and he was like, get off that man's, what, it's like, I don't know. He's just a fool.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on to the Falcons at the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are 5-point favorites. I'm up on this one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Dude, this is gonna be I'm throwing a dart here. I'll throw a dart and say the Cowboys at home will cover that. But I will say this about the Cowboys real quick. Just the observation in general, not so much specific to this game. I'll tell you how it seems to me. Tell me if you agree or disagree. It seems to me that this team is never really great, but like the media in general always tries to like kind of ram them down our throats, like they're going to be good or they're really good or they're getting good, or it's like everybody wants them to be America's team again, I guess. I don't know. But they really don't ever seem to, like, since, obviously like the great Jimmy teams and all that, they just don't ever live up to that hype. Do you get that feeling too, that like everybody kind of hypes them up, and then?
To me, I see them like the Yankees of football. It's like the Yankees always get thrown down, and I like the Yankees. I'm a Yankees fan, but they just get rammed down your throat, and it's always the Yankees, and Dallas is the Yankees of the football, and it's the same way. And there's stories when there's really no stories, they make up stories of the Dallas just to keep them in the news. Oh, what was the owner's name? Jerry
Jones.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones said this, or Jerry Jones said that, and yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. This game is tough, though. They're both 0-1. It's at Dallas. Atlanta's defense looked horrible last week. Ryan did put up a lot of numbers. I think he had 3 receivers over 100.
He had a great fantasy game, I think.
He had a great game, dude. He didn't throw for a lot of touchdowns. I think he only had 2, and it was to what's the second receiver? I freaking can't think of his name right now.
Ridley?
Yeah, Ridley. He had 2 touchdowns, but Jones was like 156 yards. Then they had another kid, Gage, I believe. He was like over 100, like 114.
Yeah,
he blew up, but not a lot of touchdowns. This game's another one, bro. It could be a shootout. Dallas didn't look good on Sunday night against the Rams, and they lost. This one, I'm gonna. God, I just want to go different than you, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Atlanta, man. Fuck it, I'm going Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a dart throw for me, dude. I don't feel strong.
Atlanta, dude. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
Now, if I were really gambling, I would never gamble on this game.
No.
But if I were forced to gamble on this game, what I would do is the over under is 53.5. To me, this seems like this is going to be a high scoring game, and that 53.5 will be easy.
I would go over as well. That's a good point.
All right, so we're going to split that one. You're taking Atlanta. I'm taking the boys. Let's move on to Giants at Bears. The Bears are favored by 5.5 at home. Dude, the Giants started off decently Monday night, but that Pittsburgh defense was just all over them, so that fell apart. I still think they have a chance to be decent this year. The Bears just had like one of the biggest cags you could ever have, dude. They scored like 20 points in the fourth quarter, which they had a shitload of games they didn't even score 20 points last year. So my gut's telling me they're gonna have a little letdown here, like inconsistent teams do. You know, sometimes the Dolphins would have great wins, you know, and then just fucking shit the bed the next time, and then a good win. You know, I just inconsistent team, and I think as inconsistent teams do, they're gonna have a letdown here. I think the Giants are gonna win the game.
I'm in agreement, dude. I'm in total agreement. I'm going Giants as well. Even with that game last week, Daniel Jones still looked good. I believe Saquon Barkley will get it back on track. Chicago, I don't trust Trubisky. They're not that. The defense isn't as good. I'm going Giants as well, man. I think that's a good pick.
You think the Giants will win, or you just?
I think the Giants will win. They got a nice set of receivers. The offensive line has to come together. Their defense is bad, but Chicago's offense is bad. So I'm not scared of Chicago's offense. So yeah, I'm going Giants.
All right, cool. Next up, we're going to the team that doesn't have a name. It's just the Washington football team, and they're at the Arizona Cardinals, who, let me make sure I got the 6.5 here also on the official sheet. All right, we'll go with the 6.5. I can't find them right now. Washington football team, Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 6.5. Is it my turn to go first?
Is it? Yes. It is. No, it is mine. It's mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Dude, I loved Arizona. They were at San Francisco. They won, I believe, 24-20 or something like that. That connection with Hopkins. Washington surprised everyone by beating Philly. Dude, I'm going to go with an upset. Arizona isn't there yet. I'm going Washington. I think they're definitely going to cover, and they might just win this game. I think Arizona's going to look past them. And Washington's, dude, like I keep saying, their defense is going to be good. And I think they're going to be for real, and they got nothing to lose. Them and the Jags are those teams that got nothing to lose, but I don't see them throwing in the towel. Not this early, but I think they're gonna be like the Dolphins last year. You thought they were gonna win no games, and they end up winning 5, 6. And I see that. That's how I see Washington. I'm gonna go Washington. This is an upset for me.
Wow, dude, you're surprising me because you had Arizona last week against the Niners, which I think I didn't. I
Yeah.
lost that one. So I'm going to disagree with you on this one, dude. I'm buying all the hype. I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid on the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. I think they're going to cover this one. But, shit, you could be right, dude. These teams,
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow, man.
yeah,
You never know.
neither one of these teams are ever good in September historically, recently. So somebody's going to have to buck that trend.
We got a question.
Yeah, let me jump over there.
Wow.
Trade Swift, Emmanuel Sanders, and T.Y. Hilton for Amari Cooper.
Damn.
No, I'm not digging that, dude, because Manny, he's going to be uptick in production right now for sure with Thomas at least the next few weeks.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to trade those three guys, you got to get more than that right now, dude. I mean, Manny for Cooper right now, you're splitting hairs almost. Would you say, or am I over?
No, I'm in agreement with you. I think Swift has upside, even though he had that horrendous drop.
Yeah.
Sanders, I think, has upside. Thomas is hurt, but even still, even if Thomas is still there, I think he's gonna have weeks that he's gonna be very productive. T.Y. Hilton, I'm not giving up on. I'm not sold on him either. But just for Cooper's so hot and cold, man. And
yeah, boomer bust.
And there's so many other weapons there as well. It depends on, like always, it depends on what you have. Are you that desperate for Cooper? It doesn't look like it if you got Sanders and Hilton, because your starters are. So I'm going to go with no, man. I'd rather have that depth.
Yeah, because then you got to go pick up two guys. So who are you going to pick up on the waiver wire? You're not going to pick up anybody the caliber. Let's say this trade is primarily Manny for Cooper, but you're probably not going to pick up a T.Y. Hilton type on the waiver wire, and you're not going to pick up a guy with the upside of Swift who potentially could end up being the starter there. Exactly. I'm not digging that trade.
I'm not as well.
All right, let me share this and jump back to the.
All right, you got.
I'm up now, right? We got the Chiefs and. Chiefs are at the Chargers. Chiefs are favored by 8.5. This is going to be a freaking track meet, field day. Mahomes and the Chiefs. There's not enough firepower on the Chargers to keep up here, I don't think. I'm taking the Chiefs all day, minus the 8.5.
Yeah, man, I'm going Chiefs as well. And you nailed it, man. They only scored 16 against the Bengals. And and Cleveland yesterday scored what, 34 or 37 in the 30s?
35 of them, not mistaken.
The Chargers don't have the firepower. Their defense is good, but it's not that good. I think they're going to be the cellar dwellers of the AFC West. I'm going Kansas City as well. Okay,
cool. We are very in agreement so far. Only a few. Our record's going to look very similar, probably. So we're moving along, and you're up first here. We got the Ravens at the Houston Texans. The Ravens are favored by 6.5.
This is my lock of the week, and I'm going Baltimore. Even though it's at Houston, I wasn't impressed with Houston's offense. They didn't seem to scare anybody. Baltimore's defense looks solid once again. I think Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson going head to head, and I think Lamar Jackson's going to come out to impress. And I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, if there's any leftover Kool-Aid for the Ravens, I'm going to drink that too with Lamar Jackson and the Texans. They're gonna continue to be exposed, man. That Hopkins deal, I think, is gonna freaking haunt them.
Yeah.
For a long time, dude. I I think the Ravens will cover here, and then we'll agree on one more game.
Another great organization, man. That's
the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's funny that they were the Browns.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Who is like one of the early day premier NFL organizations, then not so good, then all those close calls, with the fumble and the drive and all that, and then not even existing. Well, sorry, then becoming the Ravens.
Relocating.
Yeah. I mean, if you try to explain this to somebody who maybe is like a soccer fan from Europe that doesn't know much about the NFL, and but the team switched to another team and then they didn't exist for years and then the other team came out. It's ridiculous, dude, to try to explain that.
Yeah.
You know what's the craziest one to try to explain?
Ooh.
The switching to basketball for a second. The Hornets. You know that whole clusterfuck with them?
They were in Charlotte, right?
Well, they were like Miami Heat era expansion team, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Charlotte Hornets. Then who did they become? Then they
went to the Pelicans. They became the Pelicans, didn't they?
They became
New Orleans, right?
They became the New Orleans Jazz, right? Not Jazz.
The Pelicans. Aren't they the Pelicans?
Well, they're the Pelicans today. It's a clusterfuck. You know what? Let's finish the picks, and I want to dive into that because it's.
I don't remember it too well myself.
It's confusing, but it's interesting. They were like the Hornet. They're the Hornets again now, right?
Yeah.
But they were the Bobcats at one time too.
The Bobcats. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. They and then they went back to the Hornets, who the Hornets had become the New Orleans Hornets, and then later became the Pelicans, and then. We'll get into that clusterfuck in a second. We'll unclusterify that. Anyways, so we both have the Ravens there for sure. And then is this the night game tomorrow? The Patriots and the Seahawks? Oh, that's cool. Interesting game here. Am I up first on this one?
I believe so.
Okay. So basically the question is, can both teams be what they were in week one? Does Emperor Palpatine, a.k.a. Bill Belichick, is he going to show you – well, he already showed you that cam running style, and then is he, like, not even going to do that one time? He likes to do that shit. He'll come out one game and, like, pass, and then the next game he barely passes. He just runs.
Right.
Or is he going to try to do that? Dude, I if they keep doing that, I don't think Cam is going to make it through the season.
No way.
That Seattle D – even looked a little bit better too, and Russell Wilson was lights out. It's the Seahawks. I got a -4 here on my sheet, and I'm gonna take the Seahawks, dude. I think the Patriots are gonna be in for a tougher game than the Miami gave them. That's for sure.
I'm in total agreement with you.
Stop agreeing with me, dude.
Dude, how many games do you give Cam before he gets a hairline fracture on his foot or something like that, right? I'm going Seattle. I don't think New England could keep up with – man, Russell Wilson's really good. He's got 2 excellent receivers now. He's got a running back. The offensive line is much improved. I think the defense is not as strong as they used to be, but they did get Jamal Adams, and that guy was flying on Sunday. Yeah, dude, I'm going Seattle. I'm high on them. Just Russell Wilson. I think he's finally getting a lot of the due. People just respect him. I think he gets it in the league, and I think it's coming around to everybody else. He's going to be putting up some numbers.
Yeah. Interesting game, though. That's going to be fun to watch. Now, dude, I thought that the Patriots, with all the linebacker exodus, that was going to be a weakness, and the Dolphins didn't seem to be able to expose they didn't seem to be able to do anything on that. Mm-hmm. I'll be interested to see what they do because Russell and them in general, they do like to get the tight end involved. So
and they got Greg Olsen. I believe he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's very he's a good tight end for that offense because he's not going to be expecting a ton of passes. It's going to be DK Metcalf and it's going to be Lockett.
Yeah.
And I like that offense, man. I think they're going to air it out this year a lot more than they have in the past.
Yeah. And he'll catch him, dude, when he gets his opportunities. That guy's still very solid, very good hands. All right, dude, we saved the best for last for you here with your bristling black mustache. We have the Saints. Wow, dude, the Saints are favored by 5.5 against the Raiders.
This one's you. I'll go last.
Oh, really? You're gonna? All right. I thought you were up though.
Am I up?
Or if you want to defer, I'll go first.
Oh, okay. You know what? I am up. I'm going Raiders, man. I think they're.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
No, I'm not that guy. If I think they're gonna lose, I think they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna win this game. They're definitely gonna cover the points. They're opening up the freaking the Death Star in Vegas. Of course, it's not much of a home field advantage, but I think it is, man, because they're opening up the stadium. And New Orleans is. I wasn't impressed with New Orleans. I think their defense is good, but I think Breeze is on the downturn. I just don't see. I'm not scared of Breeze as I used to be, you know. And Jacobs looked good. Jacobs looked real good.
He could have been anybody's GOAT of the week. Also,
I was thinking about him. They had a scare with the Panthers too, man. The Panthers came back and made it a game, and they had to come back and score a touchdown. So they had me on the edge of the seat. So, but I have faith in them. You know what? I haven't said that in a long time. I think they're going to win tomorrow. I have faith in them.
You haven't said one in a long time.
That I have faith in the Raiders.
Oh, okay. Because you picked them last week too.
Yeah, but this game's they're going up against a worthy opponent.
Yeah. Which after the pick, I'm gonna segue into a little bit of fantasy after this game, which has to do, they're missing Michael Thomas, dude, too. That is a big
time loss.
Big time loss. Breeze didn't look that great. So everybody's gonna have to step up. Manny Sanders. His value is going to go up. Kamara, I don't know how much of his fantasy value can go up. That guy's already, pretty up there. Jared Cook. Sorry, go ahead.
I think he scored twice, and Jared Cook, yeah.
Jared Cook's value's got to go up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And
Latavius Murray's value maybe going to go up a little bit. Traquan Smith was a popular waiver wire pickup. But by the way, I'm going to take the Raiders too, opening the Death Star. The team's got to be pumped, and everything else that I'm saying about the Saints. I don't think they should be even fucking favored, dude. Even though
5.5, man.
Yeah. So we're in agreement there. Also, dude, I can't go ahead to the Thursday game yet. Miami and Jacksonville. It's too early for me to pick that game.
It depends on a lot. It's at Jacksonville, though, right?
Yes, it is.
It's at Jacksonville. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say it. I think Jacksonville wins that game.
As of now, I'm gonna agree with you.
I think Jacksonville wins that game.
But who knows?
Yeah,
a lot can happen. By the way,
that's why they play the games.
I'm drinking Buffalo Trace. This is excellent bourbon, which there's only a trace of it left, actually. I got this in my top 5. If anybody's got a recommendation of some whiskey or bourbon I should try, let me know. I'm open to trying anything on the whiskey bourbon side. So, dude, how did you do in your fantasy now that we got all our picks in?
And like I said, I'm in 4 leagues. And I blew pretty much everybody out in the 3 of them. And the one that really matters the most to me, my league that I've been in forever, I lost, I think it was 121 to 119, point whatever. So that hurt. And there was so many. I'll put it to this way. In that league, I always lose by tough games. And when Aaron Jones for Green Bay, his touchdown he had a touchdown stopped at the 1. They called it a touchdown. Then they nullified it that he was down. I knew right there I'm gonna lose this goddamn game, bro. And I did. So many other little things happened, and I lost, man. Fuck, it blew my. So many chances to win, but right now I have Kareem Hunt on that team, and he just went off last night. So hopefully I have a better week this week.
Dude, it seemed like there was a couple games in my league, and our mutual boy Bake the Snake told me how he lost on Kyler Murray kneeling when they're running out the clock, and he lost
the yards.
He lost his 100-yard bonus during that kneeling, and that's how he lost the game. Let me show you real quick, if I can, what happened in my league.
No, what happened in your league, the one you showed me, is crazy.
Let's see. Let me take you to week 1. So look at these two guys, 127.40 and 127.60. So by 0.2 of a point, somebody won and somebody lost.
Wow.
I went to sleep winning by 0.5. I woke up with a tie, and then come Thursday, they did a correction, and I got a win. They changed it to a win by 0.10. Yeah, there was like a correction on McCaffrey.
Dude, that is nuts.
But look at all these scores. They're all super close.
Yeah, that's competitive as hell, dude.
Less than a point, 13 points, 10 points.
There was no blowouts.
Less than a point. Let's see. There's a blowout of the week usually. The biggest.
Right there, 22 points.
Yeah, which is not really a blowout, dude, in fantasy.
It's not. It's not a big. I mean, the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, they showed up. They got 130.
Yeah, that guy got screwed out of the top or the second pick, and he was pissed. I mean, he would have beat 1, 2, 3. He still would have beat like 3 other teams. So that was fucking crazy.
I hate doing that. What you just did, it just irritates the shit out of me because I do it myself. When I lose, and then I compare how many teams would I have won, but then I would have won. I would have beat 8 other teams, but I played that one team that just went off. That pisses me off.
I would have beat everybody except like these two guys here. That's the bum, the Hialeah sewer rats.
Oh, and you know he feels terrible because he would have beat pretty much everybody else except that one dude that he faced. That's what the bum is doing. He's doing what you just did.
There should be a name for that when that happens to you. That happens to me all the time.
The Hialeah sewer rats.
Yeah, that's when the luck kicks in of the fantasy. I'll have to the one fantasy thing I said we didn't do that great. You had a nice sneaky play last week with the tight end from
Tennessee? No,
Broncos.
Oh, Noah Fant.
Yeah. He had a nice touchdown, so that was a good call.
He was their top receiver. In that league I won. I have him in 2 leagues, and I think I won both of them. I won every other game except that one league. So yeah, I think he's gonna have a tough game this week though against Pittsburgh though.
Let me ask you something. Yeah, I agree that's gonna be tougher. In your league or leagues, if you're in Sunday, the day games are over, so you're in Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to pick up guys? Sunday night game hasn't started, and obviously the Monday night game hasn't started. Are you able to pick up guys for those games as free agents before the game starts?
No. Our waiver wire is, I believe, Wednesday and Saturday, and then Sunday morning you could pick up. You could pick up, before the game start. But then after that, I don't think you're. I don't think I've really ever tried it, but I don't think so.
I'll be interested to know. Can you check with me after the 1 o'clock game start? Check to see if you could pick up guys at the 4 o'clock game.
All right.
And after the 4 o'clock games, see if you could pick up guys on Sunday. I'm going to give you a little sneaky tip, but it depends on your rules on your league. This is deep. You're splitting hairs, but I've had some success with it at times. So In my league, you could pick up guys from the 4:00 games after the 1:00 games start, before those games kick off. And, at 4:00, you could pick up guys Sunday night. Before the Monday night game, you could pick up guys.
So they let you drop players that already played?
They let you drop players on your bench that already played.
On your bench,
not your starters.
Of course, they're not going to let you drop your starters, of course.
No.
The bench players.
They let you drop the bench players, and the advantage of this is if you got a bench player who got hurt, just sucked so bad that you knew you're going to drop him anyways, you're going to cut him anyways, right? Or he's out forever and you're going to IR stash him or cut him. You could potentially just jump start, cut him now, and pick up any flyer on that night game or that Monday.
I don't think my league allows that. I don't think my league allows that.
Maybe my league will outlaw it after I've broadcast what I do here. John does it too. The bum does it too. But it just gives you a little advantage where you can pick up a guy who then you could still cut him next week anyways when the waiver comes around.
How many times have you used that?
I do it every week.
Every week?
Pretty much.
And every week you have somebody you want to cut that bad? That you're just done with?
Every week, basically,
Okay, let me ask you a question, because I got this is something that happens to me. You can't help but make a trade even if you don't have to. That self-control to hold on to a guy and not jump the gun and make a waiver wire pickup and drop somebody. Do you feel that urge every week to do that? Because I think that urge it's almost like a fear of missing out, right? It's FOMO.
Yeah. Maybe it's hurt me too. I've dropped players that I regret dropping later, but I mean this next week, I'm showing my team, right?
Right.
I don't know this week if these are the two guys I picked up this week, Chase Edmonds and LaMichael Pirine, who, guys, if you're like dying of thirst for a running back like I am, this might not be a bad stash. We talked about Le'Veon Bell's going to be missing time. Some people are saying maybe this guy doesn't play again for the Jets. He's never really been happy there. Who's ahead of him right now? Gore, right? Gore, who's 150 years old, yeah. I think. So, how long's that going to last? This guy's coming back from injury. Let me see what they say. He's questionable for week 2 against the Niners. He could make his debut after a pair of limited practices. Le'Veon Bell on IR. Pirine is in line for a few touches between Frank Gore. Oh, Kalen Ballage. Damn. Adam Gase likes to get his former Dolphins. Half of his backfield are former Dolphins. So, I don't know. I think this guy might be a sneaky pickup for some people.
Hey, but you were able to pick up Chase Edmonds?
Yeah.
Dude, I like Chase. He's on my bench. On I believe 2. Do I have him on 2 leagues? He scored yet last week.
Yeah, he had some catches which are not showing here.
He caught a touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, 13.5 points. Yeah.
He scored a short touchdown.
He's working behind Drake.
I don't see Drake. Drake's not a gimme to last a year, man.
He's never really been like a cowbell kind of guy anyways, And
Chase Edmonds, I think last year he had like a 4-touchdown game. He's a good backup to have, a stash to have on your team.
Yeah, I had to address that situation because I started with Marlon Mack IR, so he's gone.
Yeah.
I went Chase Edmonds and I got rid of Kerryon Johnson on the Lions.
Oh, Kerryon Johnson. Yeah, I like that. I wasn't sold on Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, so this week I don't know. I'm saying pick up LaMichael Pirine. He may be the guy that I cut when I got to cut somebody. Maybe, I don't know.
Who do you have on? Who's your starters? Let's go real quick through your starters. You got Mahomes, Allen Robinson, Lockett, Gallup, McCaffrey, Jones, Waller. Dude, wow. You got Marquise Brown and you got Marquise Brown. You got Malcolm Brown. You picked him up?
I picked him up too. He was another waiver.
Damn, dude. Your people are sleeping.
Yeah, I had to jump on, but you see why I have to jump? I upgraded from what I had before. So
Right.
whenever I see those chances, I gotta go. I gotta
And
get
you
in there.
lost Mac, and you lost Mac, so that was a big hurt because I think it was gonna be him and Taylor. If you're a
And
Taylor owner, man, you're money now.
yeah, and I cut Garoppolo. I said, "Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll with Holmes, dude. No matter
Right.
what."
You could pick somebody up for the buy or whatever. There's always quarterbacks.
Yeah, for sure. So what? You won most of your games, but you lost in one.
Yeah, the one that counts, I lost, but the three other ones, I blew everybody out. I'm solid right now. I'm really happy with those teams.
All right, I'm gonna jump. Is there any more fantasy stuff to talk about before I jump to the
No,
Marlins?
man, unless we have a question, but I'm good.
All right, yeah. Did you pick up anybody in any of your leagues?
Man, I did. I just changed my defense. I took the Seattle defense. I did that. I dropped.
Are you gonna play them this week against the
I'm gonna play
Patriots?
him. I'm gonna play him against the Patriots, dude.
Wow.
I wasn't. The Patriots passing attack didn't scare me, and I really like Jamal Adams on that defense. I think he makes a big difference. They still got Bobby Wagner, the middle linebacker, and that was the defense I picked up. So we'll see what happens.
All right, cool. The Marlins are still winning, dude. They won today against the Nationals. Look at the Nationals, dude. 19-31.
What happened?
Yeah, that's the defending champion, right?
Yeah.
And they're in last place. That's supposed to be the Marlins spot. That's our spot, dude. What are you doing there? We are 3.5. Well, wait, let me update that. They got to be better than 3.5 back because that was before they won. 2.5. 2.5 games behind first place.
How many more games are left? Does it say?
There's got to be like 10 games or so. Let's see. Marlins schedule. So we got the Nationals for a pair. We got the Braves for 4. That's 6. And then the Yankees for 9.
Wow.
That's pretty much a fucking lock to make the playoffs there.
You do this. You don't know. They're 2.5 back, but
they're expanded playoff. So 16 teams are gonna make it.
Yeah. So yeah, and according to that, yeah, they're probably a lock.
So you got the 3 division winners, the 3 runners up, and then 2 wild cards. So that would be right now Cubs, Cardinals, Braves, Marlins, Dodgers, Padres, and then whoever has the best 2 records after that, which would probably be the Reds. And I'm getting like some feedback.
I hear you fine.
Okay. And then probably the Giants.
The Phillies are only like what, half a game back of the Marlins?
Yeah, they would be in. Yeah, they would be in if the playoffs were to start today because they would be one of those 2 better records that are not in first and second place.
Dude, I wouldn't count them in yet. The Mets are right behind them too. It's gonna be tight, man.
Yeah,
a lot of shit can happen in 9 games.
Yeah, the Giants are right there. Also, the Brewers are there. The Reds are there. Anything can happen.
Yeah,
I like the extra playoff teams, man. It gives more. Baseball's so fucking long. That season's so long, and this one's short, obviously, but normally it's long as hell, dude. And it sucks when you're in a town and your team's out of it by June, and you still have like 3 months left to play. Brutal.
The purists must be hating this, bro.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I guess it's probably a smart move, dude, money wise and attendance wise, and keep more fans engaged longer. Football did it, But how many teams made the playoffs in the 70s in football?
I think they had the 3 division winners and then the two wild cards. Right? They had less divisions back then. It was the AFC West, AFC Central, and the AFC East, right? Wasn't there 3 divisions?
Yeah.
So it was 8 teams from each, 16 teams. I also, they had less, I think they only had 28 teams though.
Yeah, because we got the Panthers and the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And before them, who were the expansion teams before them? Probably like the Oilers, Bengals era.
Seattle, Tampa Bay. They were expansions.
Oilers was an expansion though too, probably a little bit before them.
No, Oilers were original AFC, man. They won the original AFL, the 2 first AFL championships was the Oilers.
Yes, we talked about this on our old football shows. But they were NFL, so AFL transfer. Okay, basically. So not expand. That wouldn't qualify as expansion. But anyways, the point I'm making is they kind of figured it out too. And that, like, if they were to tell you now we're going back to 4 playoff teams, damn, that would suck, dude. The playoffs would get diminished. What else do we have?
Hey, going back to the football, there's a lot of teams that have to win. Because you know how they always say teams that started 0-2 never make the play. I've only made the playoffs. So there's a lot of big teams that have to win, man. Philly, Dallas. You know, then if they lose, man, they're going to be 0-2. There's a few teams like that. The Bucks, by chance, they lose to the Panthers, which I don't think is going to happen. But
hey, I've been drinking my Buffalo Trace, but I'm going to flip it to the other side. I'm going to drink a little haterade for a second. I want to go back to LeBron. We're going to wrap it up soon. There was something he's always tweeting out stuff, you know, and there was something that he tweeted out, and I got to call him out for it, dude. You know this chick from Full House who I can't remember her name right now. She's the one who got caught up in that scandal where like they paid.
Oh, yeah, dude. They just I forget her name, but yeah, me and my wife. She's married to Moissimo or whatever the guy that used to have the clothes. Moissimo.
Is it Massimo?
Massimo, something like that. That he had the clothesline at Target. He's not. Yeah, what about him? What about them?
Okay, well, apparently she's going to jail for that, right? And the thing is that she was able to choose what jail to serve her time.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that? But what do you think when you hear that and you see this woman? Why do you think she was able to do that?
Because she has money?
Yes,
dude,
bro.
Because she has money, dude.
Yes.
Her husband's going to jail too, but I think he's going after her or some shit like that. Or it's money, dude. That lady's disgusting, bro. They were still freaking fighting it. Who picks their jail?
Yes, you're right. But I don't say white woman. That's white privilege. I think that's fucking money privilege, dude. That's celebrity privilege. That's because you have a really good fucking lawyer that you're paying a shitload of money to, and you know he's LeBron's ripping it as a racial thing.
No, I don't think it's a racial thing.
I don't think that. Yeah, that's not racial at all, dude. That's money, dude. Lawyers and money. When OJ got off, that wasn't racial. That was money, dude. He had money and other things too. There was other things going on, all those riots and stuff, you know, that they didn't want to relive that time. There's a couple good ESPN documentaries about that. But I just got to call that out, dude. I don't think that's productive to be like, you know, throwing the racial thing at that, especially the way, you know, tensions are right now. And this is obvious, dude. She's getting that because she has money and she has a good lawyer. Dude,
and she was so freaking arrogant that she was going to get off and she was going to fight it. And she was this, bro. And she was, you know, you get tried in the media, but my God, dude, it's money. They got money. They're privileged.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
For real.
Dude, Randy, we agree too much.
Yeah, way too. I'm gonna start just disagreeing with you just for the hell of it. To end it off, dude, I like talking movies a little bit and pop culture and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know what article I read today, and I started thinking about like child stars and where are they now and how did they end up. It's a pretty high percentage of them, right, that end up like messed up or addicted to drugs or something. It probably just has to do with that at a young age having so much freedom and so much people telling you yes and you're so great that it's probably hard. They're like that. They don't know what the real world is by the time they get to be. You know who I saw? Britney Spears. I was like looking at her social media for whatever reason. Like something came up and like, dude, she was like at one point like the biggest star on in music and in television and where has she been for the last decade, over a decade? I don't know. How long has it been that she's been nothing?
I would think, yeah, it's been at least 10 years.
Or more.
Or more. She went to start, she had she got married to that guy, or I don't even know, she had a couple of kids, and she just disappeared, and then she started having all those mental, kind of like the Kanye stuff now, those weird episodes, it's like mental.
Did you hear about him pissing on his awards or something?
No. I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff. I just hear it vaguely. I really don't dwell into that. But yeah, man. But think about it this way too. Something you didn't point out. They're kids, right? And they turn into money machines, and the parents just see them as, this is my ticket, and it's the kids, and that's a whole distortion of who the parent is, and it's almost like they're the agents, and they just see their kids as the money machine, and it's not easy, man. So many have died, like you said, overdoses, and this is going back, back in since films and all that stuff since started, and those young actors. Alfalfa, I believe he couldn't get out. The guy that played Alfalfa in The Little Rascals, I don't think he could get out of that persona, and I believe he died in his early 20s. I don't remember. I've read the story, but they just had Shirley Temple had stuff happen with her as well. She became a senator later on, or an ambassador, but
she got straightened out eventually, I think.
Yes, she was good. But you remember Family Affair? You remember Jodie? She played Buffy. You remember Buffy and Jodie? That they were like twins. And dude, she was dead at 18 out of an overdose. It's always
what
been
is
happening.
Family Affair, dude?
Dude, it was like a 1960s comedy. It was with Brian Keith, and they had Mr. French. I watched it on reruns when I was growing up, and she's gone.
So you're going way back.
Yeah, that was like the late 60s. I think like 65, 66, 67.
Yeah, it said 66 to 71.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, another one was like Different Strokes. Everybody on Different Strokes ended up, strung out on drugs, or I know
Dana Plato died.
Dana Plato died, and Gary Coleman died too. I think
and he had the issues with the parents taking his money, and he had a whole mess of shit like that, and he had the kidney problems. I think that's just a war.
Willis too. I can't remember his real name now.
Oh my God, Willis.
What you talking about, Willis?
He had problems with drugs.
Yeah, they were all messed up. Another one is and this goes back to what you were talking about, family seeing the kids as a means to get money or things. Michael Jackson, like obviously probably the weirdest of all these people, but in addition, then later, parents bringing their children, like, well, when I hear of those, stories of abuse and all that shit, all the allegations, whatever. But I think, what were the fucking parents thinking, dude? What parent in their right mind says, yeah, it's cool, you could sleep on the bed with this other adult,
no problem.
What
like,
is that? Bro?
What the fuck is that, bro? You know, that I don't think enough. They don't make enough of that. Like, wait a second. How the fuck did they do that? They should go on trial first, you know, in addition.
It's like, what were you thinking, dude? Where, in what world does that sound right?
They must get caught up in the glitz and glamour of Michael Jackson and but
the celebrity, bro. I can't imagine that, dude. I can't imagine that. But yeah. But think too, man, it was Neverland, it was the amusement park, it was all that.
There was a lot of signs.
There's a lot of signs. The signs were there, bro. They were flashing in your face. Come on. Yeah. Those parents are, they got to live with it. I bet you a lot of those parents don't have really good relationships now with their kids after that episode.
Man, what are those people have to question that? Like, what the fuck were my parents thinking, dude? Macaulay Culkin's another one. He also has a Michael Jackson tie-in. A lot of these people are tied to Michael Jackson now that I think of it. He big fucking star at an early age, and I don't think he has anything bad to say about Michael Jackson, but he was another guy that was hanging around with him a lot.
Oh yeah, dude. Totally.
Remember the two?
It's funny. He's not big. He's not big anymore, but his brothers have got some nice careers going on. His brothers, the Culkins, and they all, you could always tell a Culkin. Me and my wife is like, oh, that looks like a Culkin. And then we look at the credits and it's like, oh, yeah, it is.
What do they do?
One of his brothers, remember the kid, you remember the movie Signs?
Yes.
He was
Good movie.
Yeah, he was the kid with the that was one of his brothers. That kid's now, he's grown up and he's on the HBO show Succession. I don't know if you've ever watched that.
No.
Great show, man. And it's he's one of the brothers in that show. And I think he has another brother, but I don't. I know he's still making movies, but I'm a little bit more vague on him.
Remember the two Coreys?
That was
80s era guys. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Yeah, man.
They ended up. Well, one of them is dead. Haim is dead. Yeah. Dead. In one of my favorite movies ever, Stand By Me.
Oh, and Goonies.
Goonies too.
Well,
Feldman is Goonies.
Feldman is Goonies and Stand By Me, right?
They were both in Stand By Me.
Haim was in Stand By Me?
He was the main kid. He was the son of the brother of Michael.
Oh my god, dude!
So you had Kiefer Sutherland, right? He's the main vampire. Right. You must feed Michael. Remember that? And
yeah, they were
with the guy from Bill and Ted.
Right.
One of the vampires.
Wait, wait! You said Stand By Me.
Oh, I'm getting my fucking movies.
I was thinking, dude, Stand By Me. That wasn't Corey Haim. You're thinking,
that's Joaquin Phoenix. That's Joaquin Phoenix.
It's Joaquin Phoenix. Okay. You had me all messed up.
My bad. I said the wrong title. I was thinking Lost Boys the whole fucking time, and I said Stand By Me for whatever fucking reason.
Both Coreys were in that.
Yeah, Stand By Me. I don't think any of the Coreys were in that.
Feldman was in that.
Ah, yes, and so was Kiefer Sutherland. Now that I think of it,
Kiefer Sutherland was the one, the bad guy. You know, with the body.
That movie, for whatever reason, dude, when I was a kid, and I think I was, I don't know, 12 or something like that, when I saw it, it's not really a scary movie, but that scene where they find finally the dead body, which that's like the whole movie, right? They're going to go find
almost like an odyssey to get the body,
Yeah, you want to go see a dead body, and they all get together, and they do that whole trip. But then, I don't know, just seeing that kid dead in the movie, I had nightmares about that, just for whatever reason. Not a scary movie, but just that image freaked me out.
Right? Unsettling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They knew the kid's body was there, but nobody had done anything about it. It's just like, it's sick shit.
I like both those movies are pretty fucking good.
Where it turns out the boyfriend of the mom is the head vampire, but you invited me in, and it's like, oh shit.
And then later, that guy was in a bunch of commercials, like insurance commercials or some shit like that. Yeah, fun movies. Any other fucking crazy child stars you remember?
Bro,
this girl kind of strained it out. What was her name? She was in There's Something About Mary.
There's Something About Mary.
No, not There's Something About Mary. I'm getting all my fucking movies confused.
I'm thinking, who was this? What child actress?
No. But this was as an adult, the movie I'm thinking of, but it's not that movie. She's in Adam Sandler. Is it Adam Sandler?
Oh, Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. That's something. Thank you. 50 First Dates or something like that. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
50 First Dates. Yes. I believe is she coming out with a new daytime interview show? I think she might be getting her own show. I think I saw a commercial for something like that with her. One of those daytime shows where she interviews people.
That sounds like something she might do. Yeah, no, I haven't heard of it, but that wouldn't.
But think about her, dude. She came out with E.T. She was like 6, I believe, and then like a few years, she's at Studio 54, hanging out there. It's like, what about her fucking parents? What the fuck are you thinking at Studio 54? Your daughter, dude. Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is another one, dude. She was on top of the world, though. Brooke Shields.
Hell yeah. How about fucking Jodie Foster, dude? They made. Well, now I'm thinking of a bunch of. Jodie Foster was a fucking prostitute in Taxi Driver, right?
Yeah, she was like what, 12 or something.
How about the chick from Exorcist that they're like, yeah, here, fucking shove this fucking cross into your pussy.
No, that's not. Oh no, The Exorcist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blair. Oh my god, dude, Linda Blair,
dude.
Yeah, I think she had some tough years too, but I think she's okay now. But then the girl from Poltergeist, Carol Ann, the little blonde girl, she's dead. She died super young. The sister in Poltergeist died. I think she was killed. She was murdered.
You want to see a funny picture?
Of what? What the fuck is that, dude? That's not real. Is that real?
Yeah, dude. I think that's real, dude. I've seen this before.
With Rick James?
Yeah, I'm Rick James, bitch.
Dude, she was cute as hell, bro.
She was, dude. But like, fuck, man. How she was a little girl during that movie, dude. That you don't make that movie. Can you imagine making that movie today?
Dude,
the shit they made her say and fucking do.
Yeah, bro. That's gotta. Even though it's fake, it's things that kids shouldn't, But of course, when they're filming, there's 40 people there watching, and it's a little different. I know, we say it, oh my God, but it's not scary. I guess they do it at least, they make it more as a game, I would think, or.
I don't know. How do you film that scene, dude?
I don't know, bro.
Like, here, you're going to grab this cross, and you're gonna do this to yourself, and then later you're gonna say your mother sucks cocks in hell. Like what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
crazy shit.
Although kids hear worse things at school, dude.
Yeah, I let out an F-bomb the other day, which I didn't know my kids were right there, and then he was like, "I heard what you said. It started with the letter F." I'm like, you didn't hear anything. All right. You don't know what you're talking about. But I was surprised. Like he even called me out on that.
He called you out, dude.
But there's certain things we teach our kids, dude, that are probably, I'll give you an example. Like, a lot of this racism thing going on right now, like my kids don't know anything about that, dude. They only know they're starting to learn. Look how they're learning about stuff like that. Like, why even teach them that now? Like, dude, that's like, why, it's like, I don't know. I think sometimes we need to think about the way we teach and introduce certain things that are probably like not going to come up, naturally, for a while at least.
Yeah.
Guys, Hialeah, he's got his channel on YouTube. If you're into comic books, check him out. Hialeah Comic Bro. You've been putting out stuff like more frequently lately, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to, man. I don't know. My wife and daughter are here all day because they're working from home, and for some reason they're here, and I get lazier instead of more productive. Me and my wife had that conversation the other day. You don't seem to be doing as much as you used to when we weren't here. And I go, because I used to put on the music, I would get in my groove and just do my shit. And I got to get back into it, man. So I'm trying to put out some more content. So
are you like walking around to their offices? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Are you like that?
I don't know. They're just on the couch working on their laptops, and I really don't strike up because they're actually very productive. So I don't strike up conversation, but it's just I see them and I just get lazier. So I don't know. Maybe it's a phenomenon we have to look into.
Or maybe that's what you do all the time, and you're just saying, "Oh, I usually do more stuff."
Maybe.
All right, bro. I think that covers everything, dude. You got any parting shots? Any last minute?
Dude, I can't wait till next week to see how we did on our picks. I can't wait for football tomorrow. It's Christmas every Sunday now. 1:00, bro. I get antsy right around 12. It's like we got an hour to go. And then it's just like, dude, counting the minutes until 1:00 hits, and then it's like, let's watch some football. Love it.
Javi making a late appearance. Cheers, my friend.
Hey, what's up, Javi? What's going on, buddy?
Your accomplice over there.
Javi's amazing, bro. He's my dude. He's my co-pilot, dude. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Shout out to Conquistadorks. Yeah, you can check out his channel too. That's what it's called, right? The channel.
Yeah, he has a great Sunday show tomorrow. Oh man, that's something that's coming up on his channel. We got Silver Age Sunday, where it's a group of comic book, but every other Thursday, me, Javi, on his channel, and Goat 99, we do a top 10 Billboard countdown, and we pick like two years. I believe this year it's going to be the top 10 songs of 1975 versus 1985. And we do like 10 versus 10, 9, 9, 9. And the chat votes which song they prefer, they think is better. And, dude, we're having a blast with that.
So not even comics. We're talking songs.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk comics at all. It's all music. And this week, it's every week it's on Javi's channel, Conquistadorks. But this week it's 75 versus 85. And that's on at, I believe, 9:30. It's either 9:30 or 10 this Thursday on his channel. Stay tuned, man, because that show's a lot of fun. We play just a little bit of most songs. Some songs we can't play, but it's really it's a lot of fun because the chat votes. We give our opinion, and if there's a tie, the panel breaks the tie. But it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
Have you done your research for that or no?
I looked at the two lists. It's you just never know. Every week we go in and we try to pick kind of every week every time we do the show, one of us picks the year. So this week's it's Javi, but in the past ones, you think it's gonna go one way and it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be like a 6-4, or it's gonna be a 5-5 or something, and it's almost always a blowout. I think the closest we've had was like, man, maybe 7-3, and we're talking, we've done from 1965. I think last time it was 1965 versus 1983, I believe. That's what it was, right? Complete blowout. And the songs there's songs on these lists that you're like, how was that a hit over this?
So you're picking whether this year was better than this year in the end. Is that
exactly? Yeah.
Give me a sneak preview. What's a couple songs from the 2 years that you're doing, just off the top of your head?
Oh my God, it's gonna be hard. I can't remember, But
dude, I gotta think 85 was a great fucking year for music. I gotta think.
There's great songs every year, but were they the top 10? I'll put it to you this way. I get to pick next, right? And you know what? The one we just did, we did one a few weeks ago. Ace of Base had 3 songs in the top 10.
Wow.
And they were I forget what year they were going up against. It was against my birthday year, 1969.
Way back.
And that had the Beatles. It had, I think, the Stones. It's a mix. But I believe
69?
1969 beat 1994. 94 had three Ace of Base songs. But it wasn't a blowout. It was still tight.
But dude, you got Woodstock was 69, right? Basically.
But were those the top 10 songs?
Was Jimmy there?
No, he didn't have a top 10.
Jimi Hendrix?
No, he's probably on the top 100 list, but not in the top 10. You know what song was on the top 10 in 1969? The Good, the Bad, the Sergio Margones, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That was like number 9.
I love that song, but I wouldn't have thought that was like a top hit.
Dude, and you would think that would be the number 9 song? No.
Yeah.
It's a great show, guys. I have a blast with it, and hopefully you could tune in. It's really good.
And that's on Javi's channel, Conquistadors.
That's on Javi's
everybody's got to be into music, obviously. Like everybody involved is hardcore into music, I would imagine.
Yeah. Javi's been in a band. He's a musician still, and I love music. And our other panelist, Goat, he's knowledgeable as shit, and. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like next week is my pick, and I'm picking my 2 of my kids' years. It's 1994 versus 2002, and just a preview to that one, dude. 1994. What do you think the number 1 song in 1994?
I'm thinking you have some Nirvana, maybe. Is there a Nirvana?
Nope, not in the top 10. Not in the top 10. The number 1 song is La Macarena. Exactly, but you don't know what song they're going up against in 2002, so you never know who the chat's going to pick.
So how do you pick who they go against?
It's the top 10. It's the 10 songs.
1 against 1, 2 against 2.
Yeah, and we start off at 10 and come down.
I'm going to go out on a limb that Macarena's going to lose because that did not have the lasting legs of probably others. How about if you go like 2000? Yeah.
It doesn't know how to do that. Every wedding has it, dude. It's a blast.
2017. If you do something like that, that's probably going to be weird.
We haven't gone that high. I think that 2002 is going to be one of the highest years we go. We're keeping it like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's like our core,
Not enough time has passed on some of those. That's why I oftentimes wonder. Not to prolong the show, we're going to wrap it up, but since we're talking about this music, I oftentimes wonder, what are the songs of this year or last year that 20 years from now, people that are younger now or us are going to be like, oh man, that was such a big hit from 2019. Remember that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought the same thing, dude. Are these songs going to make last the test of time? Are they?
Yeah. I feel sometimes like, dude, you're just getting old. You don't know what good music is anymore. That's what it is. You're just an old goat.
You're not into music. Yeah, exactly. You're not into it.
But movies too. I think probably we're getting better TV stuff than movies nowadays.
I believe the TV shows in the last 20 years have been phenomenal.
Yeah, it shifted, right? TV used to be like, oh, you're not good enough for movies. That's why you're on TV. Now TV series and shows is kind of like as good or better.
Phenomenal TV shows.
All right, dude.
Great. Okay, let me see. I'm horrible at that. Okay, great.
Thanks for joining me, bro.
Anytime, dude.
Yeah, man. We'll see you guys next week.
The GOAT.